Hey guys, this is going to be the video in which we are going to be covering how you can effectively use the Huzy Trade Assistant while ensuring that your risk remains as low as it possibly can. Okay, so first things first, we are gonna open up our Huzy Trade Assistant and get yourself familiarized with all the things and settings which you can tweak because no doubt the Huzi Trade Assistant is going to be the car, but you are going to be the driver. Okay. Not only is it going to have the complete ability to automate everything, okay, doing its part as a bot, but it is also going to give you the creative freedom to tweak your risks, okay, according to your own risk tolerance and appetite. Now, even in low risk, someone might be okay with making $1 a day. Someone might be okay with making two, five, 10. It depends on who you ask what the low risk is, right? So you cannot generalize the entire low risk settings like that. That is the exact reason why in this video today, you're going to see based off of your low risk targets, based off of what you consider as a low risk drawdown, I'm going to show you how you can set up those settings and what these things mean. Okay. So first things first, tool opened up and we are going to be connecting to our paper trade mode. What paper trade mode does is that it is going to connect to your Deriv account and it is going to get connected with the Deriv servers. It is going to collect all of the tick data that is flowing for the pair that we have selected. For this example, we are going to be doing volatility 50 index. So all of the data that you would have been seeing on the website of how it flows, you are going to be getting it over here. This is the only thing we are concerned about because when trading options on Deriv, of course, it's either going to be over, under, whatever it is, even, odd. The thing that matters is the last digit. So for volatility 50 index dot XXXX, the last digit is going to be represented over here and it is going to be adjusted according to our counters. Okay. So first, select paper trade mode, select the pair that you want to do, select the mode that you want to do, head over to the Huzi bot, click on browse strategies, then just quickly select any of these strategies. Now you must be thinking that how are these strategies made? On what basis are they going to trade? So to keep things simple with you, the only thing that you should know are that based off of these counters, which I've studied and created, I observed certain values on which when they went to, they would reset back to zero. So based off of that, I created strategies, then shortlisted the ones that were performing good, and then added a bit of my own exclusive sauce and created these strategy packs. Okay. So all of them have different sort of rules on which they were built, but there is one thing common as of recording this video right now of 18 July, there's one thing common in all of these strategy packs, and that is that all of them have execution streaks set at 2, meaning they would once a rule is going to get executed, it is only going to execute 2 trades. Okay, it is not going to execute more trades than that per that cycle. And that cycle is your current streak starts climbing up, and as soon as it resets to 0, that is your cycle. So um all of these strategy packs have can execute 2 trades per cycle. So that is one thing that you need to bear in mind. Secondly, since they have different rules, they also have different number of rules present in each of them. So if something has more rules than the next thing, and of course, the frequency of that trading strategy pack is going to increase. Like your trade frequency is going to be more as compared to the other ones, which only have smaller number of rule sizes. So for this example, we are going to be selecting the Zeus pack. Okay, we're just gonna download it. Let's wait for it to download. Okay, our strategy pack has been downloaded, and as you can see right now, all the settings which were supposed to be applied, they have been applied. The multiplier settings, the prioritize losing combos, the combo skippers, we're gonna get to that because this is going to determine your risk. This is gonna make you the driver of this beautiful ass car, so that you can ensure that your risk remains low and you remain consistently profitable. Okay, so once this strategy pack has loaded up, quickly head over back here, confirm that you can see the message that loaded 1051 rules. That's how much rules it has. And 45 combos remotely. Okay, awesome. Settings applied, everything good. And now all we just got to do is press on the connect button. But before I do that, just to get a little bit of trade frequencies going on faster, I'm going to set it at the mode to 2, under 2. Okay. But technically, all of these strategy packs are for under 4 and over 5. So you should use them on these modes. Okay. Rest of the modes, you can try them out, experiment, but they aren't created for it. The reason why I said it at 2 is because, of course, these counter values are going to be increasing like crazy faster. So that is why for this video's example, it's going to be set at under 2. Once that's done, click on the connect button and just wait till you see these two messages appear. The digit tracker has connected and the paper trader has connected. And as you can see, this last digit, it started changing, the current streak started changing, and it's going to be keeping a track of all of these counters and all these exclusive counters. So it's not important for you to understand if you are just interested in the automation side of things and you just want to tweak yourself from the amount of dollars that get risked into the market, then you don't need to understand how these work. Okay, the only thing you should be concerned about is that your strategy packs are loaded up. I've done which after learning you would have done. I've already done that for you, so you're getting the best of the best. So now coming over to the driver's seat. So first of all, ensure everything's connected. Head over to the Huzy bot, and over here, you are going to just click on the apply all settings button once again, just to be sure, because it enables our ghosting protocol, which we are also going to talk about. And over here is one of the most important things that you need to understand, the multiplier. Now, how this multiplier works is that when the first rule gets armed, when the first live trades happen, we're gonna assume that they're gonna happen on current streak 1 and current streak 2. Like you can see over here, it's executing at 1 and 2. This is our paper trade. Okay. So once they're going to execute it and it's going to fail, and I'm going to show you an example. Like you see, this executed, but the current streak didn't reset at either 1 or 2. That means we made a loss. So minus 0.94. Then again, it got the opportunity. Another rule gets armed. So the total loss which you observed in the previous cycle, that is going to be the starting price of the next rule that gets armed. Okay. As you can see, this was minus 0.94. Then the trade that got executed was of 0.94. Okay. Some of the previous cycles loss. And the next one, which got executed, was 1.88. 0.94 multiplied by 2 is 1.88. This is where the multiplier comes in. This is where you can adjust it according to your own liking. Currently, it's set at 2. So when you change the multiplier, you need to ask yourself this question as well, that which mode am I trading on? Am I trading on under 2, under 4, over 5, under 3? What is it? Okay. And what is the payout percentage which I'm gonna be getting from it? For under 2, I think it's 372% which you can make. Okay. So for you to execute trades at a multiplier set at 2 for under 2 execution modes, of course it's gonna be you're gonna be risking more money. Okay, you need to take that huge as profit margin. Okay, that not only are you going to be recovering, but you're making 372% on top of it. You need to keep factor that in mind. And the next trade you open should be minimized enough so that it leverages that advanced payout percentage so that you don't have to risk too much to recover what you lost in the previous cycle. Okay, that's the core idea of how you should be treating this multiplier. Like right now, I'm just gonna quickly disconnect it and let's go through an example over here. Okay, so over here you can see it simulated a trade of 0.35 at streak one, then at 0.59 at streak two, lost. Okay, starting point again, it's selected this, multiply by 2 is this, lost minus 2.82. Again, it did this, multiplied it by 2, lost, and all the way down till here. Okay. And there's also this one situation which you need to also factor in mind that when the current streak, for example, the execution streaks which we have in our rule, some of them have gaps in between them. Okay, so some rules might only execute one trade. So when that one trade gets executed, the minus of that is going to be treated as the starting price of the next rule. Okay, and if it again happens that only one opened up, and it didn't get the chance to execute the second one, that multiplier will not execute and it will only still keep that same 25 as the, what is it called? The anchor for our recovery. It's not going to change that. Okay, so that's one thing you need to keep in mind. Secondly, as you can see, that situation didn't occur twice. That's why I can't show you. But second time, two trades executed, 25 executed at one, and this one at three, and a total risk of, we're going to see that it made a profit of 162. Okay, and subtracting all the previous losses, we made a total of $125, just like that. Okay. And if you head over to the session cycle log, you're going to be able to see that even with under two, the lowest our balance went to was hardly, I guess, 40 to 50 bucks. And the net total profits as of right now is 125. High stake went was 50, which happened in front of you on the live market. Okay. So now that you understand that how this multiplier works and you understand the concept of understanding which mode you're going to be choosing, if it's going to be under 4, under 3, under 2, understanding how much they're paying out to you. Okay. And then adjust your trade sizes and your multiplier settings so that you know beforehand that the multiplier that I'm going to be putting in is its purpose to recover the losses and make a profit on top of it, or just recover 50% of the profit, sorry, losses, and don't make any profit, or just recover the entire lost amount. Your multiplier is going to give you the ability to decide that for yourself. Okay, we're getting creative, we're getting in the low risk mode space, and I'm teaching you the factors which you need to look out for. And this is a variable for everyone. That is why I am not specifically saying anything. Okay, so understood how the multiplier works, how the trades get executed. Awesome. If you don't, just go right back and watch it again, and you're gonna be good. And secondly, what we have that's important is going to be your take profit and your trailing stop losses. So when you're gonna be using the Huzy Trade Assistant, you are gonna be automating everything. Just ask yourself this question first, that why am I trading? Okay, how much do I want to make? How much do I make in real life? What are my real term goals? Okay, See the highlight I'm emphasizing on? It's real, realistic. You don't have to aim for the moon right now. You don't have to aim for the stars right now. You want to aim for something that can better your life right now. Okay? Something realistic, 10, 20, $30, right? $30 a day can change anyone's life for the better. Okay. So keep that in mind and select that sort of target, which is easily achievable, ensures that you don't overstay yourself into the market and just quietly make your money and call it a day. That's going to be that. And it should be enabled. All right. And now moving over to the enable trailing stop loss. Now, how this is going to work is it's going to protect whatever profit you've made by applying a stop loss. And how that's going to work is that we're going to assume you had $1,000 with you and you made $70 profit on top of it. Okay. And we have our trailing stop loss enabled at 50. So what it's going to do is since you made $70 profit and suddenly what happens is that you go on a losing streak and you lose $50. So 70 minus 50, 20, right? So you went to 1020. As soon as you went there, it's going to stop. It's going to stop trading. That's how the trailing stop loss is going to work. That if your take profit is higher, the stop loss is also going to be trailing right behind it. The take profit is going to be determined from your peak. The trailing stop loss is going to be determined from your peak balance till whatever it falls to, which you have specified over here. Now, heading over to the advanced controls. Now, when it comes to the advanced controls, this is an example which I'm showing you right now, or rather, let me show it from here. That since you know that all of our rules have two execution streaks, and secondly, they are assigned a certain combo. Okay, when they trade, they're assigned a certain combo. Like for instance, this one was assigned the combo 111. This one was assigned 112. Okay, so once a rule gets armed, and according to the combo, what's gonna happen is if that rule wins, it is going to move to the end of the queue and it's gonna wait its turn. It's gonna wait its turn to appear again if you have the prioritized losing combos turned off. Okay. If you have it turned on, then what it's gonna do is if it's gonna win, it's gonna still gonna go to the back. But if it loses, it's gonna try itself again with a different rule. Then it's going to try itself again with a different rule. So that way, until the time that combo recovers, the bot is going to continue on trading, okay, and trying to recover from that particular combo. And your trade sizes are going to be increasing as time progresses because, of course, that combo is still put at the front of the line and it is waiting for whatever rule gets armed. It breaks that line and it tells that, okay, I have a pending recovery and I want to recover. So let me in. And that's why with this setting on, your recovery is going to be faster. Your rate of making money is going to be faster, but your risk is also going to be variable, although it won't get that high, but still, um, you need to keep that thing in mind, like how this works, so you get the idea of what's happening. Secondly, if you have this turned off, then if it loses, if any combo loses, it's going to be pushed at the end of the queue and it's going to wait its turn. It's going to remember what it lost, and the next time it appears, it's going to start taking things off from the very same spot where it left. Okay. So how that would benefit you is that when things when you start trading and you just let it run for a long amount of time, what's going to happen is, because if you lose something, the earlier on, all the what are they called? The rules are going to have the most minimum trade sizes possible, 0.35, 0.59. These are the ones which I've fed to them. Okay. So if every combo gets filled, only 0.35, 0.59 would be lost. And we know not every combo is gonna fill. Not possible. So that's what you got to keep in mind. So those combos are and those rules are going to be pushed at the end, and they would wait their turn and start recovering after their turn comes. But with this on, they skip the line, they attempt to recover faster. So this is how you can use it as your benefit. If you want a delayed recovery, a slow, gradual healing process, then you can turn this off. If you want a fast-paced recovery, just keep these on. Now, trade cap, currently this feature, because of the strategy packs, they only have two execution streaks. So this feature is irrelevant right now. If they had like more than five or more execution streaks, then this would have made sense. But now coming over to your trade frequency determiner. Okay, this is going to determine how many trades you take in a day. Are you someone who is looking for scraping pennies, meaning you want higher trade frequency and you just scrap whatever you can from the market and just call it a day? Or are you the person who is going to wait for precision entries? Okay, again, this is variable. Both of these approaches are fine if you know how to execute them right. Okay, so with this combo skipper, what it's going to do is that we have our ghost cycles running. Okay, we let our assigned rules with certain combos run for a little while, test out the markets. What are they doing? What are they showing us? And then after they lose, okay, after they go on a losing streak, only then our actual trades start getting executed. Okay, so this is gonna enable you to determine how many times do you want a particular combo to lose in ghost mode. So only then you start entering into the markets. Okay, so of course, if you have this number set at 0 or 1, the trade frequencies are gonna be faster because it's only gonna give those ghost rules only one shot. Okay, you failed. Okay, my turn. If you put it at 5, for instance, it's gonna be like, okay, you fail 5 times, only then I'm gonna try to trade on a real account. You're leveraging the losing streaks that didn't happen, but would have happened if you would have been doing it. Basically, uh, you're the ghost. You're letting it trade for you, okay, and determining that high probability setup where you should be entering on your real live account. So once you have that idea in your mind, this is how it works. So the higher the number goes, the more amount of time we wait for ghost rules to fail, like go on a losing streak. And of course, if those ghost rules win in any situation while doing these ghost trades, that combo is gonna register as a win for the ghost cycle. Profit loss is not gonna affect you in any way. And it's gonna move to the end of the queue. It's gonna give another combo a chance. Okay, it's your turn. Fail now. Okay, we're identifying the combos which fail, so we can execute ourselves into the market at the anomalies which we detect, the high end anomalies which increase our probabilities and odds crazy, right? So combo skipper value, if you want high frequency, keep it at 1. If you want a little bit more or less, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever you want to put in, even put in 10, even put in 11. Okay. So it is also going to determine one thing, because a lot of people are going to be having, someone might be okay with only trading with $5, someone might even have $4, 3, 2, 10, 20. Okay, so with this, it is going to enable the little guys, the small traders, to execute with precision without having to wait all day to spot that opportunity, which if you go to the Deriv's website, no doubt their D trader is pretty awesome, but you won't be able to see all of this. You won't be able to do what a robot does. Okay. So this is gonna do it for you. It's gonna scan the market, it's gonna wait for certain conditions to occur, and then it's gonna strike. So even with $5, $10, uh having that approach that I'm gonna grow my small account slowly, steadily, gradually, realistically. Okay, you can do that. If you are someone who is going to be having the mentality that I want to flip $5 into $100 in a day, then let me tell you, that is your luck that if you can, if you are able to do it. But over here, we take statistics and probabilities and talk about those. Realistically, you might get lucky one or two times, but it's not going to happen every day. So factor this thing in your mind that if you're starting with a slow balance, give it a realistic approach, give this tool a try, and go with higher combo skipper values and let it do its thing. Okay, slowly, gradually, because you wouldn't be needed to do anything. You just have to apply and let it run, and it's gonna trade for you. So keep that in mind. Secondly, the override trade sizes. This is also gonna be part of where you can get creative. Of course, if someone has $1,000 and he puts a combo skipper value of 11, then it doesn't make sense, right? Like like basically making less profits with so much untapped liquidity that you can leverage in your benefit. You're not doing it. So for those people who want to be like that, I want to make precision entries. I don't want to make 50 cents a cycle or $1 a cycle. I want to be precise with what I'm doing. So put the combo skipper high, okay? 11, 10, 9, 9, 8, 10, 11, whatever you want to do it. And put the trade sizes like 10. If you want to make $14 per sniper shot, just write 10 separated by comma 20 because all these rules have two execution streaks. That's why we only write two value because everything else is going to be done by the multiplier, right? So just put this and the multiplier, if you want to adjust it, that are you going to be aiming for just two trades? Okay. And after that, your focus is that I just want to recover. If I miss those sniper shots, I'm just gonna try to attempt to recover my previous the snipers that missed. Like 10 plus 20, $30, right? So technically, like add this up, the next trade which should open would be 30, and the next one would be 30 multiplied by 2, 60, right? But if you put this at 1, okay, then it will open like 30. The next trade, sorry, this is total loss would be of 30. Next trade open 30, and then again 30. Okay, that would not make you risk more and keep your goal in mind that these are the initial ones which I'm betting on for them to be profitable for me. The rest is just for recovery. But of course, if the combo skipper still goes up, that means your probability chances have increased even more. So with capital, of course, you can go just put it at 2 or 1.5 or 1.3 or whatever you like, according to yourself. Okay, I cannot specify anything over here. So and someone might be okay with sniper shots of 2.5 comma 5. Okay, or maybe 1 and 2 for the $100 people, okay, or the $1,000 people. They can do that. Okay, so I'm showing you the angles of how you should see it, how you can leverage it according to your own needs, and leverage these automation strategies for yourself. So once that's done, once you select your overridden trade sizes, just hit on apply one time. Okay, and all of these would be applied. And how to determine what combo skippers values I want to put in over here or what trade sizes I want to put in over here. Of course, you are going to be needing to run at least for 5 6 hours to understand what it shows you over here. Okay, because we are in paper trade mode. The trades aren't executed live. So you have the complete ability to strategize your plan according to yourself, whether you want the approach that you're going to be taking on small gains every cycle, or you want to have them after an interval of some cycles, basically the combo skipper, or do you want to have it after a prolonged time of combo skipper value and with a little bit higher stake size? Okay, so you have the ability to do so. So the one thing you also need to understand is all of these strategy packs have different rules, so their numbers are gonna be different, and their trade frequencies and the values which you're gonna be getting to see are going to be different over here at these session cycle log, okay, where you get to see the stats of how your current run which you are going to be executing is performing. Okay, so paper trade live stats, currently you can see it's going to show you the balance, it's going to show you the net profit and loss, it's going to show you the lowest balances it observed and the highest stake which was open. Then it is going to show you the LT value which you need to keep in mind. This LT value is going to give you an idea of a real-time forward test that what should be my combo skipper value. Okay, so currently if you would have set it at, let's just say 6. Okay, so if we head over to the session cycle log, what it would have done is this would have been a ghost cycle, this. Okay, and after 5, sorry, we're just gonna put it at 4 for your example's sake, so that it actually happened. Okay, so when this is gonna reach a value of 4, this is gonna be the combo skipper value. Once it reaches a value of 4, then it is going to execute on the 5th cycle that opens up according to your settings. Okay, sorry, I changed the multiplier. That wasn't supposed to change. This was supposed to change. So it is going to execute the trade like these. This LT stands for loss tracker, basically tracking the consecutive losses of the combos. So like you can see this one 113 lost over here. Okay, its counter increased by 1, lost here because it was initially set at 3. Sorry, it was set at 1. Okay, so we're just gonna take this as an example. I'm just gonna put the original values in, 2, 1. This is what was initially ran on. So it lost the first time, second time trade got executed on live. Okay, third time again lost, then again lost, then this one it won. So the loss tracker value went up till 5 for these small amount of runs. Okay, for under 2. So every execution mode, of course, is going to have different loss tracker value. Bear that in mind. For under 4 and over 5, it's going to be the same because both have the same amount of probabilities. You have the base odds are 60% chance of losing and a 40% chance of winning. So keep that in mind. Now, when you understand, when you let it run for a couple of time or understand the timelines which you want to devise for yourself, just see the values and strategize according to this, that this is the amount of balance which I have, this is what I've been observing the loss tracker value going. So what trade sizes should I use? Should I increase the combo skipper values or should I reduce them? Up to you. That's how you would be able to understand and decide for yourself. And another thing which you also need to keep in mind is that you can also enable the take profit and stop losses along with it as well. So you get the chance, the opportunity to cap whatever you make, stay true to your targets, and lock in your profits from down below. And let me see what else I need to cover besides the loss tracker values and the combo skippers. I think I have explained it very, very clearly. And I'm going to recap and let you know just this one last time in very simple terms. Combo skipper goes up, risk goes down, trade frequencies reduce, and your ability to override trade sizes if you want to increase your risk and take precision entries. You can do so. Okay. And that pretty much just covers everything. And the prioritize losing combos, faster recovery, and potentially higher because of the multiplier, whatever you decide, uh, higher stake sizes. Turn it off, slow healing process, but eventually healing process. So that these are two approaches which you can take in your mind. And the best thing is you have the paper trade mode and you can test them out on real time forward testing environment of how these trades are going to be executed. And after that, once you've done it, you can start trading on the Huzy bot, or you can reach out to me, consult me. I'll help you out, map out what you want and what plan you got in mind. And we're going to create a custom strategy just for you. Okay. So all of these technical stuffs or with the counters, you don't have to understand that. All you got to understand is being able to load up the strategy pack, knowing how the multiplier works, knowing how the take profit stop losses work, knowing what the purpose of these are and how to use them in your own personal benefit, clicking on apply settings, and you would be off to the races. Okay, the process. Another thing which I wanted to tell you guys, which is very, very important, that whenever you set up a combo skipper value over here, just ensure that these ghost cycles, you see them. Okay, when trades happen, you see those ghost cycles appearing over here. If they don't, then just click on this apply all settings just to be sure. Okay, once everything is connected, like for instance, this. I'm gonna wait for it to connect. Gonna wait for those two messages to appear, letting me know that the digit tracker and paper trader are connected. Once it happens, head over here, just click connect one last time. Okay. And then your whatever you see over here, just ensure that ghost cycles appear. If they do, well and good. If they don't, just click that button again. And technically, you wouldn't be needing to do it, but just to be on the safe end and ensure everything works according to the plan. Okay, so I guess, yeah, that's pretty much it. And this is a low risk guide in how you can customize your own personal strategy according to your own liking. So with that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Stay tuned. Bye bye.